Welcome to Third Eye Champagne. I'm Kirsten Langston, author and intuitive. We are here. I had to find the good treats for the king. Otherwise, there was going to be a disaster. And the good treats were hiding. So now I got them. Kingy, you ready for your treats, huh? Come here, the king. Come here, baby. Hi. Say hello. Your public adores you. Say hello. Good boy. All right. We got treats. Here we go. Are you ready? Okay, come on. Well, come here. You gotta sit for it. Come here. Sit. Oh, good boy. Oh, you want to shake too? No. He's like, nope, that was enough. Oh, get it. Get it. Go ahead. It's all yours, buddy. Take that with you. And he's off. And he's off and away. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have nothing on my agenda today. I can't think of a damn thing I want to read on. A couple of announcements. I'm open for readings in August. If you want to book something before the eclipses, they are on September 7th and September 21st. If you want to book something, you want to book an August appointment, book now. I think I have maybe 10 spots left. So it's pretty open. I haven't publicly announced that I've got spots open, but they are open. So if you want to go and schedule on my website, you can do that. Or if you want to email me to schedule, I can do that for you. The other thing, mods, my darling mods, I don't know what's going on here. But for some reason, I don't know if people are timing out Cameron or whatever, but if you see Cameron on there, Camryn, I think she has her regular name on there, but if you see her, don't X her out of the chat. Don't get rid of her. She's allowed here. I don't know what's happening, but she's been with me since like this 2017. Like she's been with me forever, and she keeps disappearing. We can't see her stuff. I checked. She's not being banned by me or anything. So I don't know what's happening there. And I don't know if it's an us thing or a YouTube thing, but just FYI mods, let the woman speak. She's fine. And then my other announcement is Betty and Joan Drunk Tarot. I had the wrong video up on the website and on Patreon. That is now fixed. So if you went to watch it and you're like, this is not Drunk Tarot lady. No, it's not. It is now. And thank you to everybody who pointed it out to me because I had no idea. I just put the wrong thumbnail on the wrong video. So everything's good now. I would also like to let you know that during that Drunk Tarot, which was clear as a bell, the people that saw it will tell you in the chat. I mean, those women came through like you would not believe. It was one of the clearest mediumship things I've ever done in my life. Joan Crawford comes in, immediately drags me to filth for my clothes and says, you wear all the wrong clothes, but she hated the clothes I had on. But she says, you wear all the wrong clothes and you have an hourglass figure. You're not accentuating the figure. All the clothes you wear make you look too boxy. Okay, so let me tell you this. After she did it, and I was like, on camera, I'm going, oh my God, she's right. I went through my entire closet. Y'all, I went through my entire closet. I went through every piece of clothing I own, and damned if that bitch wasn't right. I had several items of clothing, not all of them, but I had several items of clothing that I was like, oh my God, she's right. Why was I wearing this? She's right. It looks terrible. So I got schooled by a dead woman, and I'm here for it, just so you know. So that's it. That's all I've got. I am doing a candle service. I'm doing a candle service in June. It is on sale right now in the Third Eye Champagne store. It's the same one I do at the beginning of the year. It's just a mid-year service. So it's a 7-day candle service, purification, love, money, success, and a High John the Conqueror. It's $40. you give your intentions in your name, everything goes on the candles, and then they come in blessed and dressed from Art of the Root, and then I bless and dress them some more, and then I pray over them and I burn them, and then on your end, you sit and for the next 7 days and concentrate on your intentions and the stuff you put on. I love them. They work. The candle services are great. I use them for myself all the time, and I would say 9 times out of 10. Every once in a while there's something you're not supposed to get. You know what I mean? Every once in a while there's something you're not supposed to get in your life. But I would say 9 times out of 10 that when I'm doing that candle stuff, it helps. So there's that. All right, that's all I've got. What do y'all want to read on? What are we looking at today? On Tea Ready. Yeah, makeup tips from Liz Taylor. Elizabeth Taylor. I will never forget that one either. That was years ago. How dare you? She said, don't you ever go on camera without makeup anymore. Because I used to, just I didn't give a shit. These people deserve to see you looking your best. She gave it to me good. And I never did. Ever since then, I've never been on camera without makeup, except for the time I was just coming out of the hospital. And even then, I might have put on some makeup. Oh, I think Pete Hegseth is going to be around for a while. AMC says candle service works, y'all. Be prepared. Whatever doesn't serve you will exit your life. Be prepared. That's true. That purification candle's no joke. No, he's not alive. Jeffrey, our good friend Jeffrey, I'm being facetious. Yeah, no, not alive. ICE Director Tom Homan has suggested they will start arresting Democratic mayors and governors. Yeah, let's look at that, Tiffany. Let's look at that. Where's ICE going to look next? I'm going to tell y'all this. You remember when your auntie said, she scratches her back. When Auntie said back in November, I was like, listen, save your money. He's going to wreck the economy. Making the assumption that we all knew he was going to do this, but maybe, I don't know, maybe we didn't all know. I'm telling you now, stock up on all your stuff. Stock up on your stuff. If I'm wrong, and worst comes to worst, you have a few months supply of things that you need, that you're going to use anyway. But if I'm right, you, Lenny, no, I'm not going to go into Ghostbusters. We'll save the lives, yes, I'm going to do it, of millions of registered voters. If I'm right, then you're going to be damn glad that you have toilet paper and paper towels and dog food and your Korean shampoo. How bad is it going to get? Oh, look, Natalie says, how bad is it going to get? I'm not going to use the word she's using, but I'll say camps. I'll take a peek. I think they're going to do everything off site. Yeah, I want to look at Virginia. Susan says stock up because prices are shortages. I think both. I I feel like we should just hedge our bets. I tell you what, man, I just paid $14 for a dozen eggs. $14. I'm not kidding you. And I looked at the other stores in town, and they were all $14. Well, I mean, between 12 and 14. Okay, so what is ICE up to next? Listen. Yeah, Housecape says stock up with meds like painkillers. Yes, that's true. China produces a ton of medications. So many questions. I'll get to them all. The first question, what is ICE basically? Where's ICE going to go next? Okay, so this is really interesting. Check out these cards. So in the past, we see Joe Biden. And Joe Biden's like, ICE, just stay over there. Joe Biden has the hangman. He's like, ICE, just go over here. Just do what you're going to do. Like, chill out. And then we have now. We're looking at now, sir. I guess it's just going to be 80s movie quotes all day for me. We're looking at now, and now is not great. So we see the deportations here. That is here. They're literally moving people overseas. And we see the 10 swords in the back, which is them putting swords in people's backs. Okay, great. Fun. What happens next? Well, they keep going. So there's no one to stop them. I mean, this is pretty logical. I'm going to look a little bit more here, but hey, excuse me. I'm working. That means you need to go chill out and quit digging up the carpet. I hope you're feeling shame. I'm going to turn my back. He's going to start digging the damn carpet up again. Watch. They're going to keep doing what they're doing. So guides are telling me, I want more cards, but guides are telling me that whatever ICE wants to do, whatever they're asking for, if they want more money, if they want more guns, if they want to go after more people in different types of ways, if they want more leniency with the laws, for the most part, they are going to get it. We are off the rails. I told my husband we had $20 built up on a grocery store points card. He said, great, we can go to the States and buy eggs. Yeah. Oh my goodness. And you're going to continue to see the same pattern of them going after people with visas, even citizens, and going, oops, we made a mistake. You're going to see that. That is just going to continue to happen. There is actually one thing I want to look at, and that is Luigi's case. Now, this is real interesting. So apparently, the prosecution listened in on one of his phone calls with his lawyer and then tried to cover it up. So it's an interesting development, and I want to see where it's going to go. Yeah, I listen. It's literally, the cards are saying it's a prolonged disaster. It's literally prolonged disaster. Yeah, dude. And interesting cards here. I'm going to just give it to you flat out. It shows me they're going to start coming for, it was actually like this. There we go. Start coming for women. They're going to start coming for women right there. That's not necessarily mean that, if you are a citizen and a woman is just like, oh, well, like Kirsten opened her big mouth and ICE is at the front door. I don't think we're going to see that, but there's an uptick, because I guess it's mostly men that they're getting rid of, but they're going to start coming for more women and more children. They have carte blanche right now. They absolutely have carte blanche right now. Now, as far as U.S. citizens, I want to get cards on that and see where that goes, because that's a little scary. Yeah, I wonder if Harris will run for governor. Oh, thank you, Miss DJ. Thank you so much. I love the tips. I appreciate the tips. Trader Joe's didn't raise their egg prices. Oh, that's good to know. I was unaware. I don't shop there, so I wouldn't know that. All right. Let's see, citizens. A reminder, if you are new here, you don't have to pay to play. Just put what you want read on in the chat. I do not do personal readings, but I will read on pretty much anything else. Celebrities, weird stuff, world events, other countries besides the US. Pretty much anything you want. Aliens, whatever. I just don't do personal to you. So, you can pop in there and ask if, is my mom going to give me my allowance? But I won't answer you. Don't get an answer for that. And also, don't worry about if I don't see your question or I don't get to your question. Please just continue to put it in the chat until I see it. You're not going to get, not over and over and over, obviously, but don't be afraid to repeat yourself. When will they start impeachments to remove Trump? Oh, well, if you get it in 2026, it'll be 2026. There's no reason to do it now. Republicans, I'm going to tell you this right now. There is not a single Republican that's going to budge on this guy. They're not going to get enough people to cross the aisle. Listen to me. Read my lips. No matter what he does, no matter what Trump does, these Republicans are not going to turn against him. Yeah, I want to look at Mark Carney too. I'm surprised, I'm not surprised he won because he had nice cards. But the last time I read, Poilievre had better cards. Carney still had good cards, though. But I don't know if it was a close election in Canada or not. I didn't pay attention enough to the numbers. Canadians doing a happy dance that Mark Carney won the election. It was a runaway, and Pierre also lost a seat. Oh, good. Okay. Other countries resoundingly saying we don't want any Trumpy stuff here. All right, so you have Trump at the root of the reading asking, will ICE start going after actual citizens of the United States? This is what Trump wants. Trump, this is what he wants right there. Bam, root of the reading. Right now, it looks like they don't have the funding. It looks like they don't have the funding or they want to spend their money somewhere else. However, it does look like they're going to throw up a test case. It looks like they're going to do this somehow for whatever reason, who knows, made up shit, and throw a test case at the wall as far as the legal stuff goes to see if they can get a case to stick. They are going to attempt it. Yeah, I think Albanese is going to win. He got very good cards last time. Sheila says you look so healthy now. You never know what you went through. Yeah, that's true. That is so true. Nearly dying in the hospital, coming out of the hospital, subsequently getting sued by ex-husband twice. It's been a hell of a few years, can I just say? And I was just thinking to myself the other day, they're not going to suspend habeas corpus now. That I'm finally calm. I can't believe I was working since 2023, January 23. I mean, this whole time has just been insane. It's been insane. And I'm really excited about, let's see how long the tariffs are going to last here. I'm really excited about being able to focus on the stuff that I love instead of, trying to get super healthy and defending myself in a lawsuit twice. Kirsten, you're an example of endurance. Thank you. Thank you, Connie. If I can get through anything, y'all can get through anything. My one kidney having ass over here. Guides are telling me even if they suspend tariffs, which he will. Hold on. The guides are saying that the lot has already been cast. Like it's already, like we're getting a recession. They're like, it's already been cast. It may not last very long. It may not be a big one. It may not be, a 5-year thing or, whatever. But they're saying, no, it's already happened. You're done. You're toast. U.S. goes into recession, period, point blank, done. The guides are very clear on that. They're also telling me that Trump will continue to use these tariffs like a yo-yo, and use them as a what they're calling, quote unquote, a blunt instrument. Basically, so even if they go away, he might bring them back, or threaten to bring them back and mess with the stock market and mess with the bond market, those kinds of things. The guys are telling me this guy's not done. This guy's not done. He'll wield it. He'll wield it like a blunt instrument. That's what they're telling me. Look at this. I'm going to show you these cards. I want to show you these cards. So first of all, I got to cover it because YouTube doesn't like the naked people. But we have the devil right here. So basically, it's kind of like we don't know where it's going to go. We don't know what's going to happen. There's this idea of, it reminds me of, it's baseball. Okay, I'm going to give you a baseball metaphor. And my Giants are doing pretty good this season already. But it's like you have a wild pitcher, you know what I mean? Like he's just throwing these wild pitches, and 1 minute it might be a fastball that lands perfectly, and the next minute it's in the dust, and the next minute it's way the hell over there, and the next minute he almost took somebody's head off. That's the tariffs. That's the tariffs. We don't know where it's going to go. They're going to sit here for a while, But this man, this is our end card. He's going to reserve the, which of course is Trump, so of course he is, but he's going to reserve his abilities to take them off and put them on and raise them and lower them and da, 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 da. They're going to be sitting here for a hot minute. Let's look at the fallout. Let's look at tariff fallout and kind of see what cards we get. I'm just curious what cards come through. I think, well, logically, we know that it's not going to be good. I think logically we can all look at the tariffs and go, this is not coming out good. By the way, all you guys who told me to buy that bicycle, I'm really glad you did, because I read something and they had a list, and I wish I had saved the link, but they had a list of how much stuff was going to go up, like how much money things were going to go up by, and the bicycles were going up by like a couple $100. Adrian Foster, thank you so much for the tip. You do not have to pay to play. Glenn Miller, I need more on that. I need more than mysterious circumstances. If you can give me a little bit more detail, I can take a peek at it. I don't get the sense Melania is in the White House. Oh, Jesus. I don't. If she is, she's in and out. She doesn't, shit. She doesn't stay there. Okay, so I'm asking, what's the results of the fallout from the tariffs? Shaky economy right there. Shaky economy. Total disaster. That's fun. That's at the root of the reading. Brand new energy. Duh. So we're moving into brand new crap energy. And then we have sustained economic problems. Sustained economic problems right there. Bam. So yeah, not pretty. Not pretty. When they went to the funeral, they came back to New Jersey. She got in a car and he got in the Air Force One helicopter. Oh, there is no side piece anymore. No, that man is not having any sex. Trump is not having any sex. Are you kidding me? The man is barren as the Sahara. There's nothing going on over there. There's nothing happening. Does she have a double? I mean, probably, but it's nothing crazy town. No, he's not banging Laura Loomer. The man can't, there's nothing happening. Is that why he's so bitchy? Yeah, that was really her at the funeral. Yeah, no, it's Melania, but I mean, if she has a double, I don't feel like it's for nefarious means. More so she can get privacy. We'll send fake Melania over there and the car can follow that one. Somebody gets too close, they realize it's not real Melania. Well, meanwhile, real Melania is going shopping. You know what I mean? So I mean, I'm sure that something like that's going on. Katie says Trump definitely tweets like a guy. Not getting any. Tinkerbell says he can barely breathe after his damn speeches. I haven't looked at banks, Sandy. We are looking at the economy, though, so let's take a peek at banks. Oh, so his plane went down. I see. Glenn Miller's plane. Yeah, I'll take a peek. All right, looking at U.S. banks. Don't worry, Canada, Australia, I'm going to get to you, I promise. And my UK people, if there's anything interesting I need to look at, let me know in the chat. Let's get advice. You know what? Let's get in money advice too while we're sitting here. I just have a feeling we should take a peek at that. Okay. Well, the only thing these cards are showing me is that banks are going to be making a ton of money off this tragedy, whatever Trump's up to. They're going to make a lot of money. All of these guys came up together. So there's your new venture, there's your guilty card, there's your money card, and then it's coming in with the strength card going, okay, we're going to make money. Yep, we're going to make some money off this disaster. Flat out, boom, there it is. There it is. So, I mean, I don't see banks failing. What I see more in these cards, and Trump is in the cards again, by the way. What I see more in these cards is they're just screwing people over as they always have. You know, anything where there's been caps on fees or, you know, oh yeah, you can't, you know, you have to keep a certain amount in your bank. Otherwise we're going to charge you all this money every month. But anything, any regulations that Trump and his Republican Congress can get rid of, they will. But on top of that, they're going to make money off this recession as they always do. Oh, Mark Carney's meeting with Trump. I feel like Carney's going to meet with Trump sooner. But he has, Carney's actually an easy read. He has no interest. I mean, he's just like, this guy's a buffoon. I'm not interested in his bullshit. I mean, Carney's just, he knows. He knows. When I look at him, it feels like it's a formality to meet with Trump. Really, honestly, he doesn't think he's going to be talking any sense into him. You know, or getting anything productive out of the guy, which, you know, yes. And it feels more to him like, yeah, I got to meet with the guy and I'm going to try to say a few things and then he's going to be stupid and that's going to be the end of it. And then I'm going to have to make some speech about how he's an idiot and then he's going to back down on whatever bullshit he said. I mean, it's just, this guy, listen, Trump is just wash, rinse, repeat. That's all he does. If you watch him, if you watch what he does, you watch his patterns, it's just same thing over and over and over again. Same thing. It's the same outfit in a different color every single time. And it's funny because people will look at him and go, oh, it's a new outfit. No, it's the same outfit. It's just purple instead of green. All right, so let's get money advice here. Okay. Trump's in our money cards. Hey, Americans, Trump's in our money cards. How about that? How do you like that? Okay, beautiful. All right, so here's the deal. This is what we've got going on. First of all, we have Trump crossing in the money card. So here he is. He's showing up in our money cards. Okay, great. Now, what's the advice? Well, first things first, the advice is pay attention to your money. Do not start spending a bunch of money. I am going to again disclaimer this by saying I am a small business. I have no retirement. I have no other job. I have no spouse. This is it. This is how I make my money. Please don't stop supporting the small businesses. We need you. If you are going to cut stuff, cut your Amazon Prime, quit going to Walmart so much, cut out the corporations. Cut them out before you cut us out because we are dependent on you. All right. I always have to add the disclaimer because it's easy. You know, people especially look at my stuff. It's like, oh, it's $11 a month. I should cut it. No. Keep it. I need that. Amazon doesn't need your $11 a month. Starbucks doesn't need it, but Auntie does. So watch your money, pay attention to your money. You're not supposed to freak out. So we've got the card called Peace of Mind, and it's coming in with the stress card. So they want you to be calm. They want you to calm down, and they want you to pay attention and watch where things are going. In other words, do not bury your head in the sand. Do not bury your head in the sand. Now, we have 10 swords in our back, so we're already getting screwed over. Okay, great. What do we do next? Well, we pay attention, we stay calm, we cut unnecessary stuff, except for the small businesses that depend on you, and we wait. Have a plan. Have a plan. Have a good plan. Have a good plan, but wait. Katie says, your May 2025 forecast says not to get sucked into the drama. I think it's good advice for the shit show. Yeah, I agree. Oh, okay. We'll be here, Connie. We'll be waiting for you. Hi, Tammy. We haven't quite gotten to Canada yet, but we're going to look at Mark Carney and see what he's given us here. But yeah, they just want us to wait and watch and make sure that we have a plan for things So know what you got, know what you can afford to spend, when you can spend it. I would say don't go crazy, but if you're getting here late, I did advise people, if you want to stock up, I mean, actually, let's look at this because I didn't really look at it. A lot of people online are predicting empty shelves in the US sometime fairly soon. And I actually didn't read on it, so let's read on it. Will billionaires and corporations succeed in taking over city governments? Oh, that's a good question. And turning them into something like autocracies. That's a really good question. Thank you, Sandra. Joan Crawford read me to filth, and now I dress different. I would say anything that you need, you figure out where your stuff is manufactured. For instance, my shampoo all comes from Korea, my shampoo and conditioner. So I will be stocking up on that because there's going to be a tariff. I think there might already be one, actually. I would say paper goods, paper towels, that kind of stuff, toilet paper, dog food, cat food, kitty litter. Because, and like I said, even if I'm wrong, you don't have to stock up. Okay, so you have a few months worth of stuff that you're already going to use anyway. Great. But if I'm right, then you will either avoid high prices because of tariffs, or you will have toilet paper when other people don't. I'm not saying to go on a run and go crazy and buy the whole store out, like the Rona times. But it would be good, I think, to have things on hand. I think it would be good to have things on hand. Bernice says container ships are not coming into the ports. So yeah, empty shelves. So I'm looking at it, and it doesn't look horrible. Asking if there's going to be empty shelves. It doesn't look horrible. But there's economic problems. I mean, the cards are just showing that. It's like, okay, we're all looking at our money. We're paying attention to our money. We're trying to figure out what's going on here. So there are problems. There are issues. As far as, is the cupboard bare? Not the cards aren't horrible, but they do show people waiting for things. Oh yeah, coffee's another one. Yep, sunscreen, coffee, all that stuff. So I think you're going to have some issues here or there, but I don't think it's not going to be like some zombie apocalypse. All right, so I'm going to very quickly look at, will billionaires succeed in taking over city governments? How fun is this? So fun to live in America right now. So fun. And then I decided to really just add on to the torture and started watching the last season of The Handmaid's Tale. I'm all in. And I've said this before, I think, but I'm all in on Bradley Whitford. I think he's just a supreme actor. He's just really brilliant. And I don't know that he gets his dues. Oh, thanks, Denise. Oh, chocolate. Is chocolate another one? Yeah, I guess it would be, huh? Damn, they're really going to try it too. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. Devil. They're like, yeah, we'd like to take over your cities. We want to do it. We want to take things over. I mean, that's real. I think to an extent, they're going to take over or buy off city governments. They're trying to do it now in California, pretty close to where I live. They are trying to, all these tech assholes basically muscled out all the farmers, and they're trying to build a massive city, like 3 times the size of San Francisco or something. Like, there's no infrastructure for it. They don't seem to give a shit. You've been on a cruise ship. Yeah, you got to take a break from that shit, man. You got to take a break. All right, so you guys have got me curious about Glenn Miller. So my curiosity is piqued. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a big, massive, like, oh my God, now we're all pretty much run by billionaires anyway. But taking over cities, they're already kind of doing it. They're already kind of trying to muscle their way in there. I think you're going to have some situations where they do get a stranglehold, but it doesn't stick. It doesn't stick. You know, I mean, it's not generations upon generations upon generations. Weird cards, a lot of cards coming out here. And then I want to look at Mark Carney, and then y'all can put some more stuff in that chat for me to look at. Thank you so much for being here today. Remember, y'all, you guys pick the subjects. I read on what you want. So if you don't hear something you want me to look at, or you don't like what I'm reading on, put your request in the chat. Pop it in there. Pop it in there. He died over the ocean? Because that's what the cards are showing me. I mean, he died traveling, yes, but was it directly over the ocean? Because I've got the card here. I don't see anything nefarious, to be honest. There's nothing wacky here. Your best, if, I mean, the man was in a plane crash, there's nothing here that would suggest to me that something other than that went down, or that it was Glenn Miller's on that plane, let's kill him. It's more, I mean, it could have been he was, because we do have the card of secrets here. Yeah, we do have the card of secrets here. So it is entirely possible he maybe was with people that were transporting things, or that he had to bring a message to somebody or something like that. Like, there could have been some information here. But I don't see anything else that would lead me to believe that anything nefarious went down. I mean, it's here. Here's the travel card. Here's the overseas card. But you've got the temperance card in the home environment, which suggests to me that whatever happened, it was normal. I mean, if it was during the war, either it was shot down or there was engine trouble. You know what I mean? Or the plane malfunctioned. I mean, that's it. Do you know what I'm saying? Doesn't seem, his band played Happy Birthday to Me when I turned 5. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, it doesn't seem, there's nothing here that would lead me to believe that funky stuff is going on. That is so cool, Lisa. I didn't know. I had no idea how he died. So interesting. All right, I want to put one more card spread on Miller just to see if there's anything else that'll come out. And then I want to look at Mark Carney. So Mark Carney, the newly elected Prime Minister of Canada. Oh, fuck, that's another thing. I should get my syrup. I'm trying to think of things like that. I'm like, okay, where does this come from? Where does that come from? And I tell you what, man, I love my Canadian maple syrup so much. I love it. I don't see Social Security problems. If anything, it will be so-and-so didn't get their check on time. Stuff like that, or they said you were one of the dead people, but you're not dead, and they turned your thing off, and now you have to go try to get it turned back on. It's that kind of stuff. Nothing wacky. They're not gonna take it away from you. I don't think they're gonna raise benefits, though. I'd be very surprised if they did. I know I'm gonna have to go through my entire house and look at that. We know there's going to be cuts to Medicare. They cannot reconcile this budget that they've passed without cuts to Medicare. There will be cuts to Medicare. There will be cuts to SNAP. It will happen. That's not a prediction. That's not me being psychic. They can't do it any other way. They cannot do it. My hair looks like this because I just came from the hair lady. I came from the salon. So that's why it's very full and bouncy today. It's weird though, because it looks like the camera's making it look different somehow. than it does IRL. It's so weird. It's so weird. Did the bigot sell our Social Security info to the Russians? Oh, sure. Yeah. Not even sell. They're probably just giving it away. You have to assume, no matter whether or not it's, what age you are, where you're working, what you're doing, you have to assume if you live in the US, somebody else now has all of your information, period. Period, period, period. I'll tell you what I do like. I like the Moroccan oil products, and I like their curl cream, especially. It makes my hair look great. It's not what I'm using today because it's whatever she had in the salon, but no, I don't see anything wacky on Miller. I don't. It seems like plane crash. Oh well, doesn't seem to me that there's anything too goofy here. All right, let's take a peek at Mark Carney. They're going to have to cut both Medicaid and Medicare. They're going to have to cut both. They have to cut SNAP, Medicare, and Medicaid. This is interesting, Miller. This is Glenn Miller's sidebar. I love it. He was a passenger on the flight traveling from RAF Twinwood Aerodrome in England to France. The plane never arrived and was never found. Yeah, crashed. Crashed or was shot down. I can't tell which. It crashed for sure. Guys are telling me it was shot down. But it was nothing wild. I do not think you're going to get a cost of living increase. No, I do not. Nurse Bain says, how long is China going to let Russia run amok before they pull the plug on their money wasting? I think China's happy to let Russia do what it wants right now. Yeah, Glenn Miller music is really good. I'm super glad we talked about Glenn Miller, I have to say. I actually really, really love it. I'm really into it. And I don't think they're ever going to find him, by the way. They're never going to find it. You know what I mean? The Glenn Miller plane, you're never going to, it's like Amelia Earhart. It's gone. Done. Social Security is not going anywhere. They may try to privatize the way it is handled, but as far as people getting paid, it's not going anywhere. Oh, Mark Carney. Mark Carney has really interesting cards here. Cards are showing it's brand new energy. I'm looking at him. He's actually going to be a pretty good PM. He's actually going to be pretty decent. Although I think I think he's much better at foreign policy than he's going to be at domestic policy. It feels like, and he's good at kind of coming out swinging. He's good at speechifying. He's good at saying, I got your back. But then when it comes to policy, that's most politicians. But when it comes to policy, I feel like people are going to be like, I didn't really pull that train into the station here or there. Not everywhere. But this man wants to work. This man's ready. He's got 3 out of the 4 aces here. He is like, I have a plan. I'm ready to work. I'm ready to go. Let's get it done. He wants to do the things. He wants to bring in brand new energy. We see that here and here. These are in his home environment. This guy is ready to go. And guides are telling me he's going to face a couple of challenges that he could not have foreseen, and he comes through them really well. These are sort of, Uranus kind of disaster type challenges, but he comes through them really well. Yeah, I want to look at Canada. I want to look at Canada just in general and kind of see where it's going. But I tell you what, this guy's going to surprise a lot of people. I still feel like you might get a little bit of a wet Keir Starmer, wet blanket kind of a situation where, people that live there are like, well, he did get on this, but he didn't do anything over here. And he's just kind of saying things. You might get a little bit of that. But he's effective. And I think he sticks around for a while. But he does. He has a couple of challenges no one could have foreseen, and one of them might just be personal, where he might get sick or something. But he sails through it. This is the guy, I'll tell you, this is the guy you want to have in charge if something goes down. I don't know how great he's, again, I think his foreign policy is going to be great. I think his domestic policy is probably fine, but can he pull it off? And maybe it's because he doesn't have, you know, a lot of parliamentary support or some, you know, on some things. But when it comes to, oh my God, that was a disaster, or, you know, something terrible happened, 9/11, whatever, that's the guy you want in the chair. He comes through nice. He comes through nice. Hascape says Carney has a backbone and is smarter than Starmer. Yeah, no, he comes through nice. I have to say, like, I'm telling you, this man makes me feel secure. When I read on his energy, I'm a little bit like, Daddy, help me. When I read on his energy, I'm like, oh, he will save us. I'm American. I'm going, Mark Carney will save me. But yeah, he comes through really beautifully. Now, I want to show you your cards, Canada, because these are, wow, you got a lot of aces. Damn, your cards are good. Oh my God, I'm jealous. You know what? If the country of Canada, the entire country was my client right now, I'd be giving you one of those readings where I'm like, people would pay money to get cards like this. These cards are stunning. These cards are beautiful. Canada, you're getting some good shit here. These are beautiful. Now, first things I'm going to show you, which are not really, you know, the biggest part of the reading, but I'm just going to give it to you because, hello, it's accurate. There's Donald Trump screwing over your allyship. Are you ready? Donald Trump screwing over the allyship. There it is. There it is. I mean, the cards do not lie, my friends. These cards are singing today. Trump screwing over. See how guilty? The guy's guilty. Stealing swords. The allyship with Canada. Okay, but what else does Canada have? Well, you got Mark Carney at the root of your reading. He's coming through really nice. Your economy looks like it's going to be pretty damn good. You got beautiful money cards. You have the death card and the two aces again coming in with the arrows of love. So you get a big shift in energy. And you know what? You guys are going to see this. There's going to, we're already seeing it, but there's a massive, massive global shift coming in where we decenter the United States as far as global stuff goes. You know, we are not the prettiest girl at the party anymore, and we're not going to be, if ever again. But if we are, it'll be a very long time. And you're going to see more and more that it's actually better for the rest of the world to have the United States decentered, believe it or not. But we see the shift here. We see the shift in energy coming here. And then you get these beautiful cards. You have the Magician in the home environment, Canada, which is like you have everything that you need. You have this beautiful feminine energy with the High Priestess coming in. And then your outcome cards, jealous as shit. Hello. Basically, Canada is doing the happy dance. Canada is doing the happy dance. Canada is like, we got everything we need. We got our money. We got pretty stuff. We're going to be partying. Canada's killing it. Canada's fucking killing it. If you are living in Canada right now, trust me when I say your cards are beautiful. People would pay for these cards. People would pay for these cards. Here you go again. I'm going to give it to you. So here's your country, Canada. US usually comes out as Queen of Cups. Canada wants to be Queen of Pentacles. They're usually always women, the countries. It's funny. But then you have the Wheel of Fortune and the World card. Beautiful cards here. Beautiful, beautiful, stunning cards. Absolutely gorgeous. You guys, Trump's not going anywhere. I'll look so we can see the cards. But I'm telling you, this man's not going anywhere. And even if he did, you don't want J.D. Vance and Peter Thiel with their fingers on the button. You don't want that. You might be better off with Donald Trump. Although I don't want his finger anywhere near my button, but that's just me. Anyone else laughing about Gen Z asking millennials how they dealt with the 2008 recession? We were drunk. Oh, that's funny. That's great. We were drunk. That's when I bought a house. It's the only reason I have a house. That and the fact that I successfully defended myself. Well, my lawyer really successfully defended me. I just sat back and watched against 2 lawsuits trying to steal his house. All right, so we'll see if Trump's going anywhere. Marco Rubio in general, just in general. And then you get Mike Johnson in the hot seat. What are we going to do with Mike Johnson in the hot seat? It's just, right now, the line of succession is shit. It's dog shit. Kirsten, since we will be in the shitter, will our music scene excel? Will Black music be bomb? Oh, I like that question. I have to say this, like, you can find some really good stuff, but you got to dig for it these days. I feel like everything just comes across, especially the shit the algorithms are trying to feed you. It's a lot of it's homogenized but honestly, to be quite frank, I don't really see a massive creative explosion coming out like we've seen in the past. Everybody's I'm going to tell you this because I see this clear as a bell. Everything's kind of like this for a while. It's kind of same old. And then we hit 2030 and it's like Tupac and Biggie resurrected. It's like 90s gangster rap. It's like Kurt Cobain is back. I'm obviously a child of the 90s, as you can tell. But it's like, I'll even give you Elvis, but it's like, oh, here, have this thing. But it's not anytime soon. But something, I don't want to call it big, but something new where people are like, shit, it's good. It's banging. We love it. Yeah, it takes a hot minute, but shit like that always does. It's probably percolating now. You know what I mean? Like if you dig, you could find it, but it doesn't really explode mainstream until 2030. I mean, how long was the Seattle scene going before it really exploded and everybody's all of a sudden millionaires on MTV? All right, so is Donald Trump going anywhere right now? Right now, he's like pried from a cold dead hands. Let's see if that happens. And look who's above him, Vladimir Putin right here. Bam. Or Elon Musk, because they both have the same card. And it's not really coming. It could be both because it's not coming through as either or to me. And I don't see him going anywhere. No. He's not well. I mean, there could be a health issue. There could be a heart problem. I'll show you the cards. I mean, they do show he's not well. We know that. This is in his home environment. So there's health issues here. He does have the Three of Swords, which could indicate a heart problem, heart attack, heart issue. Right now, though, it's not showing him walking away. So what I'm looking for, get rid of Trump. What I'm looking for would be the Eight of Cups or the Death card. And I'm not getting either one of those. Jazz is Black classical music. That's true. That is true. Blues are Black classical music too. I would argue also. It's my favorite type of music. My dad was big into the blues also. He used to go around all the little clubs around here in the Bay Area and go see all these obscure blues musicians. And some of them not so obscure. I saw Etta James. Live. She had her fucking 10-year-old grandson playing the drums. And that fucking kid could wail, dude. That kid was slapping. I mean, there was no stopping this child. It was amazing. I also saw the Right Reverend. Well, I did see Run DMC. No, but I did see Ike Turner. And he had it was really weird. He had a Tina Turner look and sound alike on tour with him. And it was just really creepy. It was just really, really creepy. Oh, yeah, let's look at Ukraine. I like that. It is May Day. That's right. Thank you, Barb. Happy May Day. Yeah, 2030, we'll have real shit to sing and express again. Oh, that's true. I didn't even really line it up politically, but yeah. Let's see. Let's see what's going on with Ukraine. We haven't looked at them in a while. My great-grandfather used to perform at juke joints in the South. He even sung on the radio. That's so cool. I love that. I love that. Oh, I was in heaven in Memphis, you guys. I was in heaven. I was like, you know, and I mean, you're on Beale Street. It's definitely super touristy. But I loved it. And everybody's like, did you love Nashville? I'm like, no, I wanted the blues. I wanted the blues, honey. Not a country girl. Okay. Does Ukraine know? I feel like it all goes up in smoke. Looking at these cards, I feel like it goes up in smoke right now. Let me look again. I want to look again, but I'll show you because before I pick them up, they've got the Devil card, they've got the Seven of Cups, and they've got the it ain't happening kind of a card here. So let me look. Let me look again and see. Show me Ukraine. Show me what I need to see on Ukraine. They're showing me Zelensky. So the visual is like he's like tired, bent over. He's got rips in his pants at the knees. You know, he's got smudges on his face, like dirt smudges on his face. The man is tired. They're showing me that first thing. I feel like somebody else negotiates like it's not the US. Somebody else is trying to negotiate a deal or help them or do something. I think this thing is going to be concluded within the next year. Yeah, we'll look at Poland. Yeah, I think this is going to be concluded in the next year. But I mean, because I see Zelensky like, oh, it's over. Like I see him sort of sagging. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh my God, I can chill. I can rest. I see it. It's over. No, I have no faith in the mineral deal. I think it might be France. Cheryl, I was thinking it might be Macron. Yeah, I was thinking it might be France, but I see somebody stepping in and going, okay. Guides are telling me, and the cards are also showing me, it's like, okay, you're almost there. They're almost there. The guides are like, Zelensky, don't give up. You're almost there. You're almost there. You're almost there. I still think he's going to have to give up some land. I've seen that before. I saw that from the very beginning. But the guides are going, nope, he's like, don't give in. Don't give in. You're almost there. You're almost there. You're almost there. And it seems like whatever deal they get, it's like, okay, we can live with this. We can live with it. And part of the reason I think they're going to give up some pieces of land is because they're thinking like, Putin's going to die, and it's like nobody wants to take them over but Putin. It's not really like the Russia people are like, we need all of this back. Like, no, nobody else gives a shit. It's just this fucking guy. So I think Zelensky is kind of banking on that. Like he's gonna F off. Yeah. The guys are like, you're almost there, bro. You're almost there. You're almost there. You're almost there. The full moon isn't good for Putin or Hegseth. Apparently it's very good for me. I got a lovely email from a fabulous and talented astrologer. Can we read on if Meghan and Harry's daughter becomes US president one day? King George will have played the long game. Definitely not going to happen. No, it doesn't end because he dies now. It doesn't end because Putin dies now. Wow. Joe says my family member was accepted into the Ukraine international forces. A lot of combat vets have gone. Yeah. Will Russia give back the children they took from Ukraine? No. Let's look at Poland. And let's see what Poland's got. Putin, no, he's not going to fuck with him. No, he's not going to fuck with him. Have you guys been paying attention to what's going on in Romania? Because it's really interesting. It's really interesting. They canceled their election in December because this rando guy basically started getting all this engagement on TikTok, ended up winning the vote, but they looked at everything and said, no, Russia, there's evidence of Russian interference here, and we're canceling this election and we're going to do another one. It's real interesting. And you know, I mean, the if you go and there's articles on it, you read the articles, they're just, you know, they say how these people were clearly paid. All these TikToker influencers are clearly paid to promote this guy who was completely obscure. And Romania said, no, there's something fishy here. And they linked it back to Russia, and they said, no, this guy's a Russian asset, which would make sense strategically to get somebody there in Romania. I mean, that would make sense for him to do that. I know. Why is well with Russia? I mean, it wasn't even like hackable. They literally just gamed the algorithm on TikTok and were just paying influencers to talk about this guy until he got so damn popular, he won all these votes. No, it doesn't look like he's going anywhere near Poland, but I will say this. Oh, funny. This is funny. The cards are like, Putin has abandoned his idea to conquer the world. Now he's focusing on something else. I'm going to look and see what it is. But no, I don't see anything here. You know, we've got the Temperance card. We've got the Hermit. You know, the Empress is here. Like, these are very chill cards. I don't see anything here that would lead me to think that, oh, this guy is trying to go get him. He might try to destroy him from the inside, but he's not going to make a move from the outside. Yeah, if you have a chance to look up this Romanian stuff, it's real interesting shit. And, you know, there's still protests in Turkey. There's still protests going on in Serbia. I mean, there's a lot. Serbia, right? Did Kirsten get the name right? There's a lot going on. There's a lot of wild shit going on. Oh, Kara, you missed it. You didn't get on in the beginning. I told everybody, I went through my entire effing wardrobe, and she was right. Not every single piece of clothing that I owned was unflattering, but quite a few of them were. And you know, part of it was, I think, that there's stuff that I bought since my divorce, and I was kind of in this haze, you know, I mean, I get divorced, then I land in the hospital, nearly die. Then I spend basically most of 2023 recovering. Then I get sued. Then I get sued again. All of 20, you know, end of 23, all of 24, and the beginning of 25 was just me fighting lawsuits. And I really think I was in a haze when it came to what I was wearing, how I was wearing it. I wasn't paying attention to any of that stuff. No, I don't think Putin had anybody microchipped now. Ooh, crotch card. What do we got? Shit, it's the Tower. We're just going to ignore that. We're going to pretend that didn't happen. Me and my disastrous crotch. Let's see what Putin's up to next. Let's take a peek. And we'll take a peek at Blake Lively and Justin and see where that's headed. I want to look again at Luigi's lawsuit, since the prosecution got caught eavesdropping on his call with his lawyer. Then lied about it, by the way. Yes, no, the House, no, my lawsuits are over with. Thank you for asking, Lisa. The lawsuits are over and gone with, knock wood. There's, as far as I know, there's nothing else that can possibly happen as far as that goes. And I'm safe. All right, let's see what he's up to. Oh, yeah, he's got new ideas now. I honestly feel like this man was like, I'm going to take over the world. And now he's like, maybe not. Maybe I'm going to do something else. Maybe I don't want to do that anymore. Cameron, okay. Yes, we can see you. And Cameron, I instructed the mods. If you see Cameron, do not Do not delete her out of the chat. Do not time her out. So you are seen. We see you. You're good. Fingers crossed. You know what's really weird? So I see, this is weird YouTube shit. I never banned Cameron. I never would. There's no reason to. And yet I found her in the banned list. And you know who else I found in there? And somebody else I would never ban? Linda. I listen, I don't know if mods can do that. Probably not, right? But I don't know why a mod would. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what. I'm assuming YouTube was just being weird. You know how they unsubscribe certain people and all of that? I knew you would be, girl. I told you would be, girl. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Oh, Linda got a facelift? Damn, and she got extensions? What's going on with Linda? Jesus. I gotta talk to her. Oh my God. I had no idea. Oh, you can only time them out. Yeah, so YouTube banned people, and I don't know how they did it. It's really weird. Oh, Putin's tired of fighting. How funny is this? Oh, this is really interesting. I think the Ukraine thing ruined him. I think it ruined him. I think it wrecked him. He didn't expect it to be so bad. He didn't expect it to be like this. Yeah, does the website woman have this account too? No, she can't get into my YouTube. And besides, it just doesn't make sense to target Cameron and Linda of all people. Like, it's just bizarre to me. It's absolutely bizarre. Yeah, look, he's tired of it. He's like, I don't want to fight anymore. I don't want to fight anymore. Yeah, I think he, Jesus, how much does a facelift cost? now I'm going to like, Jesus Christ, I wonder how much she probably have to ask her. I need to know so when I go get one, I can adjust for inflation. Yeah, he doesn't want to fight anymore. It's too hard. Whatever shit he's got going on, and I don't think it's just Ukraine. I think it's other stuff. But he's like, it's hurting him to sustain it. It's hurting him to sustain this fight. Like, it's hurting him. He doesn't want to do it anymore. It's too heavy of a burden. He does not want to do it. He's looking towards chilling out more. I don't know that he's going to do it. This could just be how he feels in the moment, you know, but he's like, I want to relax. Look, he wants to be Venus. He wants to go sit and recline and enjoy everything. But this could just be the current mood. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't trust it. That's just not really Putin's MO. It could just be he's having a bad couple of weeks. We'll have to check on him again. But he does have the illness card too. He does have the illness card. Oh, well, it could be broke. It could be money stuff. But it's also coming through like, I'm not well. You know what I mean? Like I want to, my health isn't the best. I want to focus on other things. I mean, he may still continue to fight. I'm not saying he won't, but there is a new energy around this guy. All right, what else do we need to look at? The issue is if you have your face work done, you have to refresh it every few years. Oh, shit, really? Kim Kardashian's face is around 40 grand. 40 grand! Holy shit. Farage's party reform is winning local seats and has overtaken Tories and Labour. Oh, will they win or team up with the Tories in 2029? All right, let's look. Cuervo Jones says, I'll throw a party when Putin kicks it. Yeah, we will. Linda has a good surgeon that's not too expensive. Okay. I'll have to get the details on this situation here. Farage. Let's see if it goes anywhere. Let's see if it goes anywhere. Raymond, that's really good. Scientists invent a bacteria that eats plastic. Kardashians worried. That's really good. Man, if I had a facelift, I probably wouldn't tell anybody. If, you know, I'd be one of those like, oh, do I look different? Oh, do I look refreshed? I don't think so. They do have a lot of money, though. There's a lot of money behind Farage, but I think that's Musk, right? It's here in the cards, though. Somebody's like, here, let me hand you some money. Here, take some money. Take some more money. Take some more money. No, I mean, they don't overtake anything. They do have so much money in their cards, though. There's so much money here. It's insane. Like, it's like, here, have some money. I mean, these are big money cards. This to me is basically saying somebody's giving them money. Okay, beautiful. But then you have these two big fat money cards. The only thing we're missing is the Ace of Pentacles. Those are your really big money cards. And here they are. Like, I mean, somebody's pouring a lot of money into this. They're definitely going in a new direction. We see that here with the Fool. You know, they're making moves. They're making power moves right now. Any teaming up with the Tories, it wouldn't. I gotta cover the naked people. It wouldn't go over very well. Like, it would not go over great. Like it would. How do I want to put this? It would be a bad partnership. Like, they might do it to win seats, but then people would start, you know, turning on each other and it would eat itself up from the inside, kind of a thing. A lot of money, though. Let me look. I want to look one more time at this. Actually, just show me UK in general. See where we're going. And then somebody mentioned Australia. We're going to check. I'm sure. I have a feeling Albanese is going to have pretty cards. He's had consistent pretty cards. So did Carney, and then it swung a little bit toward Poilievre. But you know what's funny though? Now I think about it, it's the same shit I saw with Harris. Because I read right before Canada went to the poll, or you know, to polls. I guess polls, right? Polls. Anyway, right before Canada went to vote, and Poilievre had a bump. He had better cards than he had the whole time I read on him. And the same damn thing happened to Harris right on election day, if you recall, which I did apologize for, which I'm going to apologize for again. I jumped online. I was like, I just saw Harris's cards. They're finally good, because she was having consistently bad cards. And election day, she got a bump. And I was like, yeah, these are great. I went online, told everybody I was all excited. She finally had good cards. I should have shut up, because I've seen cards swing like that before and then swing back. And I apologize for that. I jumped the gun on that, and I never should have gotten online and done it. Never should have done it. But it's interesting. Now I'm wondering, I'm going to have to look. When is the Australian election? Maybe Dutton's going to get a bump close enough to the thing. Maybe the cards just do that. That could be an interesting pattern to look for. You want to go over there? Yeah, I'm going to look. One of Jeffrey E.'s victims passed away, and I will take a peek and see if there's anything funky there. See if there's anything funky there. I do not believe Harris won the election. I do not. I've never seen that. I've never seen anything with Elon or Starlink. That's an online conspiracy theory, basically, is what it is. I think that there was massive voter suppression, and that's what they're going to do again in 2026 and in 2028. Voter suppression, trying to throw votes out. We saw it in North Carolina. when the Democratic judge won, and they immediately moved, oh, nope, these votes are bad. They were purging people from the rolls. I mean, it was insane. And I think that's how Trump won in 24. And I think that's what they're going to try to do in 26 and 28. Okay. UK. Okay, one thing with the UK, I will say your cards are actually kind of nice. You have pretty cards here, not as pretty as Canada, but hey, we can't all be winners. But I will say these cards want you to watch your money. These cards want you to watch your money. So you're getting the money cards. But I feel like you've been having issues since Brexit. I mean, I feel like that's been a thing. You know, I feel like that Brexit has been kind of an issue. Oh, really? Interesting. Yeah, Kristen said they did that with my mom's vote in Oklahoma. Yeah, I think that's how they that's how they did it. That's how they did it, hands down. If the votes were truly tampered with, why would Harris's campaign ignore it? That if there's real evidence, solid evidence, why would she ignore it? Why would everybody ignore it? You know, that's the thing that gets me. Yeah, watch your money, UK. The rest of your cards are nice, but watch your money. Technically, Trump cannot run for a third term. He's floated the idea of having Vance run and then step down and Trump being his vice president. Why does the U.S. put the month before the day? I know. Ooh, I got some in my eye. Oh no, don't do that. Don't do that. Looking at Albanese cards here. Let's take a peek. For those of you who don't know, we have an Australian election coming up. Nice cards. He gets nice cards. He has nice cards. I think he's going to win. I think he's going to win. He has pretty cards here. They're not as like steady and sturdy as I would like. He's got the 8 on top of him, which I'm not in love with. You know, this is this card called Bound. It puts you on unsteady ground. Not super in love with that. But otherwise, it's kind of like people are like, yeah, we like this guy. He's got the card of the happy family. He's got people that are voting for him. He's got people, you know, this is, you know, getting something, basically. It's you accomplishing something. He does have the card of brand new energy, but it is coming in with my defensive cards. So again, I like the cards. I think they're good cards. I think he's probably fine. He's here in his own cards. He's got these beautiful cards here. So we see pretty much good news. Everything's steady, sturdy for him. I would like to see better cards, but I'm okay with these. Let's look at Dutton, see how his cards look. And Z and not said. I know we do have weird shit. Is that true? Eddie says trash replacing JV won't work because to be VP, you must meet the constitutional requirements. To be POTUS, having served 2 terms, trash will be ineligible. Okay, that I like that. We like that. Housecape says, we still have the NHS, but the cuts will put more pressure on NHS because it's hitting mental and physical health. They think seriously disabled people can work and live in poverty. Isn't that nice? Do the candles work for selling your house? I have used those candles for everything. I mean, I would say, yeah, more than likely. I would, if you're going to, you can get one yourself too and do it yourself. The reason I have the Art of the Root discount in my YouTube is because I found the company, stumbled upon the company. I believe in their products. But I believe in magic. So I think it requires a belief in pagan witchy shit. But if you're going to get one to sell the house, I would get a High John the Conqueror. Those are the best. And I don't make much off that discount code, by the way. I really don't. I don't make much off that thing, but I like to be able to give out a discount. I think I get they really screw people over. I mean, it's free advertising. I give them a lot of free advertising. And I once contacted them and was like, can we get a better, I would like to really get paid for this and really rep you because I believe in your company. And they were like, oh, we just have this affiliate thing. And I think I get, I don't know, 2 cents every time somebody buys one of their products. I mean, it's crap. It's crap. And it's like, I think it's only in credit. They don't actually pay me in cash, but whatever, you get a discount. So, all right. Okay. So yeah, Dutton's cards are kind of shit. He wants it. You can see that he wants it. He's like, I would like to win. I would like to be a winner. And the rest of his cards are like, not so much. That's not so much. He's sad. He's sad and he's going to walk away. Dutton does not have good cards at all. Anyone recommend a specific candle for clarity and increasing psychic ability? I don't know if I would. For me, the candles are more for external stuff. That's what I use them for. So I don't even know if I could recommend anything. What else do we need here? What else? We were just going to look at something. What the hell was it? I love you guys are like, what's up with the weird American stuff? Oh, we're going to look at Virginia and see if it was a suspicious death and Luigi, or Luigi, as my sister and I used to call him when we played Mario Brothers, because we were very young and couldn't spell correctly or couldn't pronounce things correctly. Luigi. When I read it, I still read it as Luigi in my head. Lisa says, you have such lovely eyelids. Why don't you look at the camera? Because the chat is over here. And I don't have enough space to put the camera and the chat. And there's never a good angle. There's never a good angle. Before she died, Virginia was in the middle of a messy divorce. She claims husband physically abused her. Ooh. The day before she passed, he filed a restraining order preventing her from seeing her kids. Oh, Jesus. All right, let's look. Weird American stuff. When are we normal? I like to read those Reddit threads where, people that aren't Americans are like, why are you guys so friendly? Why do you smile for no reason? Why are you saying hello to strangers on the street? And I guess we do. And supposedly, I don't know, but supposedly people do not do this in other countries. I've never noticed, but I'm not really paying attention for shit like that. There was a 2-headed snake born in Berkeley. It's a sign. I'm not sure what's a sign of, but it's a sign. Apparently a 2-headed snake has like massive spiritual omen meanings. Sandra says, you're beautiful in every angle. Thank you for giving us hope. Yeah, there's no good thing. This is the best setup I got right now. At least you can see my tits. I feel like, we have to make sure that my rack is on display, because eventually I'll be old. And if I can't find Linda's plastic surgeon, I'll be in trouble. So enjoy them while you can. It's been a while since I made a good boob joke at my own expense. And I probably will never get tired of them. Oh, shit. No, I don't see anything. No, I don't see anything suspect here, but damn these cards. I mean, these cards are on point, dude. Look at this. I asked about Virginia and immediately get the death card. Right on top of her. Right there. I mean, immediately. The husband is here. I think the marriage is here. Do you know what I mean? The marriage is here. The husband is here. I think it was just too much. Yeah, everything felt very harsh to her. Thank you, Ian. Yes, appreciate it, please. No, but seriously, I think everything was just way too hard on her. Way too hard on her. This is a harsh vibe. I mean, yeah, we like our aces, but the sword cuts. Do you know what I mean? Like when it comes through with something like this, especially with the Emperor, the sword is cutting. The sword is cutting. So it was just too much for her. You see the husband here, you see the marriage here. It was just too much. She couldn't do anymore. She had it. But I don't see anything nefarious at all. All right, I'm getting ready to leave. Okay, happy things only, everyone. No more politics. I will take celebrities. I will take weird shit. I will take requests for messages from guides, but no more politics. Politics are off. We're done. We need a break. And don't turn it off just because we're not talking about that anymore, because you need a break too. What do you guys want? Oh yeah, the Blake Lively thing. Interesting. Oh no, Ian. No, Ian's fine. Don't worry about it. No problems. I'm not taking any offense. I opened the door to my boobs, and apparently the door is now open. Anyway, no, I don't take offense. I'm the one that started it. Okay. You know, I looked at Diddy last week and it looks like he's like, can I please have a pardon? I did several readings on Ghislaine Maxwell, and you can either find them on YouTube, but probably not because they censor my stuff. If you go to thirdeyechampagne.com, some of that stuff is public. There's lots of public videos on there. You don't have to sign up and pay to find them. If you go to thirdeyechampagne.com, you can type in anything you want in the search bar. You can type in Ghislaine, you can type in Trump, you can type, a lot of stuff is public. There's over 650 videos on that website, and a lot of them are available to public. So if you can't find something you're looking for on my YouTube, check that website because there's a ton of stuff there. And it's just stuff that if I put it up on YouTube, they won't like it and they'll dump me. They'll downgrade me, which we don't love. All right, let's see how Blake Lively's doing. So if you don't know, and I will do a message from the guides. If you don't know Blake Lively, she sued Justin Baldoni. I mean, that movie's over and done with. She's already moved on. She's already on to a simple favor, another simple favor. She sued him because she said he was inappropriate and his producers were inappropriate. And then he sued her, basically saying she was full of shit. And now she's pretty quiet, but he's run a pretty good smear campaign on her. And you'll see it. You see it in the astroturfing on Reddit and all sorts of shit. Poor Blake. She's like, never should have started this shit. She's like, nope, never should have started this shit. She'll hang in there, but she's over it. This woman, but she feels like she's fighting for women. There's nothing in her that shows me that this was malicious or she made shit up or blah, 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 blah. I mean, there's all these rumors online and you read it. It's a pretty big smear campaign, but all these rumors online about, oh no, actually it's this, or no, actually it's that. No, actually she dragged Taylor Swift into it. And now Taylor and she aren't speaking and all sorts of wacky stuff. But for me, she's like, I was screwed over as a woman. I'm fighting for my rights as a woman. You see that here. You see that here. She's like, I will continue to do this. I will not stop. We will go balls to the wall. Like, I will not stop. But you can, she's weary. She's like, oh God, I want it to be over with. I want to walk away from this. She really, this lady will fight. She's a Virgo, right? She will fight and she's okay with it. But it's, the whole thing stresses her out. She wishes, in a way, not that she had never done it, but you know what I mean? Like, she kind of wishes, like, I wish I had never done it, because it's turning into this big, ugly thing. And I've read on this before, and I say, the outcome is there's no winners. There's no winners. Even if somebody wins, there's no winners. Yeah, wasting so much money on lawyers. Ooh. All right, we'll look at Prince Charles. I always said this. I don't want to wish death on anybody, but I always said there was a weird thing. Either he was never going to be king, or there was something weird about his kingship, residency. What do we call this? I don't know. We don't have monarchs here in the weird US. Yeah, apparently Anna Kendrick does not like Blake. There's a lot of weird stuff. Yeah, I see. I got Debbie. It's a really good question too. His reign, really? We're going to call it his reign? But I want a better word. I want something like, kingship or residency. I just did something on Chapel. I think it's up on the website. I did a whole deep dive on Chapel Brown. She's kind of digging herself a hole. People are kind of turning against her. There's a whole thing here. All right, I'm looking at Prince Charles's health. Take a peek. His tenure, tenure, term, like something, reign. I don't know. Anyway, regardless, let's take a peek. Okay, he's in his own cards. Cards aren't great. I see the majority of health problems in his past, the majority. He's in his own cards. He's not balanced. Crossing him is the card of illness. So I see this. I'm not in love with it. And he does have the Tower card here. So it's like, okay, he's a Scorpio like me. So there's lots of Uranian energy still around us. Not helpful. But I don't see him going anywhere right now. This is the end card. This is the outcome card. He's sitting here. He's not going anywhere. His stewardship. Yeah. No, I don't see Charles going anywhere right now. The health isn't great. I don't love that disaster card sitting there. But right now he's sitting here. And I will tell you this, right now, the cards show a triumph over death. So right now, this man feels like he's triumphed over death. Oh, I don't know if I can use that word. Is there a serial Norman Bates in New England? Let's look. Somebody asked that last week, and I don't think I was able to look at it. By the way, whoever asked me to read on Karen Reed last week, can I just tell you, can I give you a great big thank you? Along with the dress like a wife comment when I went to Idaho, which I live with every day and love, you have opened up a new world to me with the Karen Reed trial. I actually reinstated HBO to watch the damn documentary on there. I'm on episode 4. I'm obsessed. Oh, and I have to look at Loogie. I have to look at Loogie before we go. I am obsessed, dude. I am absolutely obsessed with this trial. I'm obsessed with the woman. Half the time I look at it, oh yeah, I'm obsessed with it. And I'm like, oh yeah, she did it. And then the other half during this documentary, I'm like, oh wait, maybe she didn't do it. I'm all over the map. I'm obsessed with it. Whoever brought it up, I thank you. I live for true crime shit and I'm obsessed with it. I should do a second channel as a true crime psychic. Although to be quite honest, I've never been good when applying cards to crimes. Like, I think I'd have to practice. Oh, the Australian mushroom lady is at trial? I did read her cards. And I was like, no. And then I was like, no, she did it. She did it. I knew she's going to go down. That lady's going to go down. Ian says there's always like 50 active serial. I have to make a face when I do it too. In the US. Yeah. That's true. There's an official statistic about it. Is it women? Is it women being targeted? I want to know if my cards are correct. And I'll show you why. I'm asking if it's specifically women. Bam, right there. Right there. Root of the reading. 15 people running around America. Yeah, right. I don't know. Oh, yeah, Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco. Apparently, some friend of Selena sent unsolicited OnlyFans links to Benny Blanco. We gotta look at it. I'm not getting serial killer vibes right now. I'm not. No, dude, I love it. We have quite a few Ians. My brother's name is also Ian. All right, let me look at Loogie. And then I'll look at Debbie's question. And then I feel like there's something else we got to look at too. Fun stuff only. We're looking at fun stuff only, my friends. We need a political palate cleanser. So, all right, let's see. Luigi Mangioni's case. Let's take a peek. I've never worked with the authorities, but I have had friends, and I'm not great at this either, although I'm better with friends. Because I've had clients hit me up. Oh, I found this, I lost something. Can you tell me where to find it? And I won't charge for those because I usually suck at it. Although I did help Autumn from Orange and Black Tarot find the missing cat several years ago. She's freaking out. Where's my cat? She's freaking out. And I was like, it's under something. It's hiding. It'll be right back. It'll be back. And that's exactly where it was. And Katy Perry, who's getting dragged to shit. Whoa! Kingy. I think something startled him and woke him up. But when friends call me, and I've had several friends who I lost my car keys, I lost my phone, I lost my this, I lost my that. And I'm like, and I can't give an exact location, but I'll be like, I can describe it. It's outside, right next to the house, and it's dark. It's dark where I'll say stuff like that. And they'll be like, yeah, I went outside and one of my friends actually had buried her keys. It was a whole thing, but, yeah, so no, I've never worked with law enforcement because I don't trust my skills that way. I don't trust them. I personally do not trust them. Wow. So I want to remind everybody that in America, supposedly, you're innocent until proven guilty. And this man has not been proven guilty. He has not had his day in court. So we're not going to presume that he's done anything to anyone. His cards are really nice right now. Like, this man's cards are really, really nice. This is a win. Oh, I think I saw this. Didn't I say he had a win coming? Didn't I say Mangione had a win coming a while ago? I feel like I did. They're celebrating this. I also wonder about delays in the trial now. But this is a big win. They're look at this right now. They're really happy. They're celebrating this. They are 100% celebrating this stuff. Yeah, he's got nice cards here. But I do wonder about a delay coming in, or possibly even charges being dropped, or they can't. They're going, oh shit, we can't do this anymore. But it's another win. There's another win coming for this guy. I swear to God, this man has luck. I swear to God, something's coming in it's going to be another win. I'm not saying, he's going to win the trial. He's going to, all the charges will be dropped. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying like there's something else. There's something reduced. Something else happens here. Because there's another win for this guy. He's not done yet. Yeah, he's not done yet. He's got another win coming in. I'm getting chills, honestly, reading on it. I really am. Yeah. We enjoy due process sometimes in the United States, unless you have a certain skin color. All right, let's look at the stability of Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco's relationship. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, thank you. What the hell is going on out there? Okay, somebody's doing some weird shit outside, is what's going on. Yes, I can hear it. Somebody's banging on stuff out there, and the dog does not like it. Mushroom lady in Australia is going down. I said this years ago when I first read on it, but I tell you what, she's going down. She's going down. Conviction. She is going down. King dog. I know there's bad noises, but we're okay. Bud, we're okay. We're okay. He's not happy. Not happy at all. Somebody banging around. I don't know what they're doing out there. Ooh, relationship not going very well. Oh, they're going to get divorced. They're not even married yet, and they're going to get divorced. There could be a baby. There is a possible pregnancy here in the cards. But outcome, divorce. Bam. Sorry. I'm sorry, because they're not even married yet. I'm sorry. Harbinger of doom. Harbinger of doom. The pyramid and Giza structures. I did do a reading on that. It's sitting at thirdeyechampagne.com right now. I did do that. Yeah, right here. Divorce, burden. Not great. Not great for Selena and Benny Blanco. But that's down the road. What do they have now? Well, possible pregnancy. That's here. And then we also have, they're going to be super happy again. They're like, yep, everything's great. It's going to be great. Everything's going to be wonderful. But right now, things are shaky. And we see that in their cards right now. There's the relationship. Cards are singing today, y'all. There's the relationship. There's things being shaky. And there's not, the illness card. Yeah, the king is a really good guard dog. Almost too effective. At this point, he's like, if you come across the street, if you're across the street from the house, I'll fuck you up. Oh, thanks, Debbie. Debbie, by the way, everybody, excellent and epic healer. Just so you know, if you want to find her, you can see her name in the chat there. Debbie Loschbau, and she's on thirdeyechampagne.com as a preferred healer, and she is the person that worked on me when I got out of the hospital. And she's really ingenious. And I've sent many, many, many people to her, and everybody sings her praises. So if you are looking for somebody, Debbie is your lady. I can't sing her praises enough. One time she was working on me, and I literally felt this big, nasty thing of energy fly right out of the back of my head. I swear to God, it was wild. It was wild. Okay, speaking of which, I got to go. I want to do Katy Perry, but now, damn it, I lost Debbie's question already, and it was a really good one, and now I can't find it in the damn chat. I should have highlighted it. Debbie, I'm sorry. Can you pop that in one more time? Yeah, Debbie does energy work. She calls herself the energetic detective. It's like, well, I think we all knew Ben and Jen were going to get divorced. I don't think you needed to be psychic to know that one. Why is my thing not working? Okay, here we go. And then I'll look at Katy Perry. There are many blackouts during the Schumann resonance graphs. Too many to be bad equipment. Is there something they don't want us to see? Ooh, I like that. Bernice says, agree, Debbie is the bomb. Thanks, Joe. Yeah, if you go to thirdEyeChampagne.com and you go to the collective, you're going to have a drop-down menu and it's going to say, I think it's preferred practitioners or something like that. Click that and you will go find Debbie's information. She's extremely talented. You know, I don't rep people that aren't legit. I don't rep people that don't work. I won't do it. And I have some of the best practitioners on that website. And just so you know, they can't pay me. I don't want people to think I'm getting kickbacks to put them on my site. They can't pay me to get on there. Essentially, I have to see them, experience their stuff, and if it makes a tangible difference in my life, then I will, and I like them and their prices are good, obviously, then I will recommend them on my website. So you cannot pay me to get on there. It's not like a kickback thing. I don't get paid, you know, if somebody goes to Debbie that I recommend, she doesn't give me any money. Nothing like that happens. I try a lot of people out, and I try people out that don't make it on that website all the fucking time I do. So those people listed are the best of the best in my experience, my opinion. Okay. All right. So what have we here? I don't know. I don't get the sense that things are being hidden. No, I don't get the sense that, but there's something uneven. There's something uneven. There's something about the situation where it's like, it's natural. There's something, it's natural. It's like, it's the moon. It's natural. There's nothing being hidden here. No, absolutely not. I don't get the devil. I don't get the 7 of cups. I don't get any blindfolded people here. It's normal. Nothing's being hidden, but it's more like those gaps are natural. There's something natural about them. You know what it reminds me of is, you know, in space, they were like, we have this dark matter in space. There's a ton of it. It's like 90% dark matter. We don't know what to do with it. The contact info for Debbie's on Third Eye Champagne. Yes, it is. But there's something normal about it. All right, let's see how Katy Perry's faring. So Katy Perry participated in Jeff Bezos's bullshit stunt, along with Gayle King. Drag them both. I just think it's horrific. And now everybody's like, Katy, you're an asshole. And she says they're coming after me because I'm a woman. The internet's a terrible place. Let's see how she's doing. Let's see how she's faring. I was never a big Katy Perry fan. She's just not my cup of tea. I'm not a fan, you know what I mean? But I'm just like, I just have nothing. I have nothing. Oh, well, that's true. Ian, you know, she did the album, the last album she did with Dr. Luke, who, you know, Kesha was like, this guy essayed me. And Katy Perry was like, that's fine. We'll go with that. Well, they don't really go to space. I guess they just go up really high. I guess they just go up really high and then kind of sit there for a minute and then come back right back down. It's like a 10-minute, like a 10-minute thing. So I was reading some PR lady's blog, and she was saying that this is evidence of, you know, you have an unmanageable star, basically, that the PR team can try all they want, but that Katy is just, oh yeah, she's fully carrying the burden. You know, something's coming for Beyonce. I'm sorry, this is so not Katy Perry. Something's coming. I don't know if this is an illness or a divorce, but there's something coming. There is something coming. And it's some kind of hill she has to overcome. Now, I've been predicting divorce for Jay-Z and Beyonce for literal years, since 2017. But something's coming for her. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. And I literally, I mean, I go between illness or divorce. I don't think it's both. I think it's one or the other, but there's something, you know, she falls something. There's something here. Something's coming for her within the next year and a half. But I go closer towards the next 6 months, to be quite frank. But my timing, we know, never has been 100% perfect. Sorry, just had a flash. Just had a big fat flash on Beyonce. Yeah, Katy Perry's sad. Look at this. She's like, I'm carrying the burden. I am sad. I'm getting stabbed in the back. She's bummed out. She's super bummed out. But I feel like I wonder if Orlando Bloom's going to dump her too, because I wonder about a new love. There's something interesting coming in. She should have divorced that man during Lemonade. Agree. Absolutely agree. Oh, Dr. Luke has the worst vibes. The worst vibes. All right, let's get a message and then I'm out of here. And a reminder, some people have, first of all, don't bitch to me. I just can't stand it. I work well with positive, constructive criticism, but if you're just going to bitch, don't bother, because I don't read those fucking comments. But I know some people have complained in the past, you live stream for too long. You can turn it off and come back. You can turn it off and come back. You don't have to watch the whole thing. It could be a lot. Especially when you're talking heavy subjects. But don't forget, you can pause it and come back anytime you want. And some people have also, oh, you're yelling. You can turn your volume down. You can do all those things. There's so much power you have in your hands. If you want to watch me, but sometimes it's a little bit too much for you. There's a lot of power you got in your own hands to make things easier on you. And I just want to remind people of that. You guys are like, no, I love how long it is. Oh, good. All I'm saying is, oh, thank you, Thread of Absurd. I'm having a good time. Yeah, I want to make it palatable for everybody, And you have so much you can do to fix your own comfort levels when you're watching. If it's too heavy, if you're like, damn, this is too much, you can step away or you can fast forward through that part. You have single-handedly fixed my short attention span. People need to realize that you do you. If they don't like it, they can leave. Yeah, I'm okay with constructive, positive feedback. I really like it when you do XYZ. That tells me what to do more of. Or it would be helpful to me. There are ways to say things. It would be very helpful to me and probably other viewers if you did blah, 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 blah. Or I like these certain subjects. Yeah, I've heard that. Katie's supposed to be robotic in her concert. Yeah. I've seen that. Have you seen the cringe TikToks? Katie dancing in the concert's not great. They're really going after her. King dog. Okay, so I've got some advice cards for everybody, and then I'm going to go to the guides if my dog will shut his mouth. Hey, buddy. Kingy. King dog, honey, there's nothing there. Don't make me get up. All right, that's it. Come here. King. Come get a treat. I'm almost done, bud. Want a treat? No. He's like, nope, fuck your treats. All right, now I have to get up. See? Did you see that? See what just happened? What are you barking at? Come on, go over there. You goofy guy. All right, well, that was a new one. That was interesting and new. He's barking in the corner. He's just in the kitchen staring at the corner barking. So that's fun. A Marco Rubio. Just look at him. More true crime. I think I'm going to have to do some more true crime. I'm so into it. It's my Scorpio shit. All right. So I'm going to give you some advice here. You must guard your peace of mind. That's number one thing that's coming through here. Also, we've got brand new energy coming in and the cards are showing it to you. Now, don't be afraid, because sometimes the King of Wands is actually not Donald Trump. So we have some beautiful new energies coming in. We have lovely stuff. Know this. Beautiful things are coming in. Right now, it's a very good time to lay low and let these energies come in and do what they need to do. It's because we have all this astrology, this big, heavy astrology is coming in. I don't mean heavy in a bad way. I just mean there's a lot of action. And allow this stuff to come in. And I'm going to remind you before I go to your guides. They want you to go where your love is. The cards are saying, go where the love is. Oops, naked people. Go where the love is. Go where you find love, go where you feel love, whatever that means for you. Do it. Whatever that means for you. Go where the love is. And I'm going to remind you again that in the midst of the turmoil and bad things are happening to good people and all of that, you are allowed to be safe. You are allowed to be happy. You are safe. You are allowed to be happy. You're allowed to have good times. It's hard sometimes. And I think especially hard for women, I think. Because we're so conditioned, if somebody else is suffering, we're so conditioned to either I have to go suffer with them, especially if you're Catholic, hello, go suffer with them, or I can't be happy because someone else is suffering, or I have to go save somebody. It's that kind of a thing. It's that kind of a thing. You're allowed to be okay. You're allowed to be safe. You're allowed to be happy. You're allowed to, even in the midst of turmoil, you're allowed to have all of that. Let's see what your guides have. Okay, what do you have? Tell me. Unstable, okay, word for word. Unstable patterns are starting to settle. You will see more of these things as the months go forward. There will be heavy global activity in November. This includes unusual weather patterns. We tell you this not to fear anything, but just to say you would like to know what is coming, and we shall tell you. And this is what is coming. You have developments coming in technology that will greatly improve things. Although some of it will prove to be useless in the long term. You have solutions coming for extreme weather, fear not, but this is many decades away. But you do have solutions coming. You will begin to see a changeover in the way societies behave. This is by design and not accidental. This is the results of the pressures that have been placed on people for the last century. You must step outside of yourself and look at things as though you are floating on the ceiling. You must step outside of your small worries at least once a day and look at things as though you were flying in the sky. You must do these things in order to retain rationality and peace of mind. For your peace of mind and peace in your heart are the two things that should be most closely guarded. And when it is closely guarded, that is when your heart's radiance bursts forward. And when your heart's radiance bursts forward, all things before you fall away. This is truth. This is truth. Live simply and see how easy life becomes. This is not to negate exterior pressures, but just to say that when you are simple, things become simple. I just heard a voice. I just heard a straight up voice. Like a man's voice, but it sounded like it was coming out of my walls. Like a muffled, maybe it's my neighbors. No, my door's shut. Oh, maybe it's the wind. It's really windy out. I don't know. I heard a wild ass growl on during that Drunk Tarot live stream out in my yard. I don't know. I feel like I get into these altered states and things. I'm starting to hear audible stuff. So either I'm going crazy, or I'm it's really there, or I'm hearing things audibly. I like to revert to the maybe I'm not psychic. Maybe I'm just going insane. That's one of my fallbacks. Let me see what else the guides have. We caution you to take care of your bodies, for it is the most respect you can give yourself and your creator. And it also has, of course, as you know, long-term benefits. When all things seem too cumbersome, turn to your breathing. Is it shallow? Is it fast? Is it deep? Is it slow? These things are simple. We know this. It may seem too simplistic for some people, require complicated answers, but we give you simplicity. When you keep it simple, life stays simple. From your point of view, when you guard your peace of mind and your peace of heart, your heart becomes stronger. Do you see? Do you see? Do you understand? When you catch yourself in a moment of fear, pain, anxiety, stress, sleeplessness, panic, look to your breath, for it is your salvation. And we know this is simple, but it is truth. Things turn brighter on this planet with this shift in realities that comes forth after the month of June. You understand that every pressure, every stress, every problem, all the strife you had is man-made. You understand this. And just as man makes it, man can stop making it. But does he choose to? And can you influence his choices? Yes, the energies will feel brighter. You will see this in your own lives. You will see it globally. We see trade resume in the fall. And trade routes begin to flow freely once again. We see the skies open up with new technology. Fucking skies. Yes, the skies. They're like, yes, Kirsten, moron, shut up. We see the skies open with new technology. We see where the ground was harvested, it will now lie fallow. And the seed that falls on concrete shall find its way into the crack and sprout. This is hope. This is what you wait for. You look for it externally, but you will find it internally. This is your opportunity in this moment. We say this to you globally because globally, it is panic. It is war. And yet, the seed shall find purchase. You will make it so. As much as you hope, as much as you hold hope within your resting heart, you shall reward yourself and possibly others. And this is all we can ask of you. For you must understand your energies have a purpose. And when you turn it to a larger purpose and you turn it to a purpose that brings beauty, the Creator begins to feel your abundance and responds in kind. That's it. Now, I don't even know what I just said, so I'm going to have to go back and watch it. Good Lord. Now I'm tired. That just wiped me out. Wow. All right, I'm done. I'm done. I am likely going to be going live a little bit more on YouTube. I have to figure out my logistics. It's just I'm not getting enough exposure just going live a couple times a month. And I need the exposure. So one thing I'm going to ask is if you can expose me. If you can expose me to people that might be interested in what I have to do or what I have to say, please do so. It would be very, very helpful, extremely helpful. But anyway, we'll work that out later. And that's all I've got right now. That's all I've got right now. If you want to get a reading, I'm open for August. Like if you want to get something before this eclipse season in September, get it in August because otherwise you're shit out of luck. So you go to KirstenLangston.rocks and go to shopping and readings, and you can book right there. Right there. All right, my friends. I adore you. I love you. You're the best. You're amazing. I love hanging out with you. I'm going to try and make it a little bit more regular. Have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful rest of your day.